It has been so long since I've talked about anything that's been happening with Gintama, and I know a lot of people have wanted to know, what the fuck has happened, Panda? Why aren't you talking about the anime? The anime's been fucking on fire, the manga as well, the manga is like ending as well, whereas again, everyone involved, and it's just like, honestly, just due to the fact of like little time that I've had recently, unfortunately, Gintama has had to be slightly on the back burner for me, but catching back up recently with the manga and as well seeing the awesome stuff at the anime as well, Jesus Christ, I needed to let people know and all that, just how exactly I felt about how they've been doing some of the Gintama material, and especially I want to start off first with the anime and the news about the anime as well. Firstly, I want to say I've absolutely loved what they've fucking done with the anime. Yeah, the animation here and there has been playing up a little bit, and plus as well, the fucking pacing has been going really fast, but then again, they've wanted to do this material, they've had an idea of how they wanted to do it, and to be fair, the fucking Gintoki Kamui fight was fucking godlike. I fucking loved that fight, like what they were doing with it. Does I think it rival the Takasugi and Gintoki fight they did previously? No, I do not think not. Even when I saw that in the manga, I still think with what the moments they were bringing to it, like the emotional care I had about it, and there was a lot of weight into that fight, especially if people remember like how I felt about how Gintoki was acting in that fight, and the fact that they kind of addressed him being suicidal at like points in that was nuts and all that. Like, I fucking like absolutely loved all that, and it like has still deep respect for that material. But the fact of what they're doing now with the material is that they're announcing with the anime is that they're going to be airing rerun episodes starting April, and the fact is that they got a new time slot as well. I know that was one of the big announcements that they were going to have, which is weird because they already had another air time and now they're getting another one, and the fact is that we're going to be having a new opening and ending. Probably not going to be talking about these episodes and all that. Like, if maybe people, I might talk about the new opening and ending when they come out. But I wanted to at least talk about that, saying, like, also as well, I believe it's, like, Chico with Honeyworks is the one that did, like, the second opening of the last anime season, which was fucking awesome. I loved that one. They're going to be doing, which is called Today is Another Dawn, where Cherry Blossoms Dance, and XY are going to be doing the new ending called We Gotta Fight. Honestly, it makes sense. Like, it generally makes sense, and I was like, only, like, Gintama really does this, where it's like, no, we are just straight up doing a rerun season. Yeah, we did all that material, we just did the arc, because after the material that they are now done, we are literally in the final arc after that point, and the final arc isn't done yet. Like, this is how much they've wanted to do new material, and I feel like they are gonna give Sorachi that time, and I can't help but have, like, such a huge fucking massive respect for, like, the studio behind this, where they're like, we know we want to do that material, we are not gonna rush Sorachi. I fucking have so much respect for that, because I'm sure a lot of other studios try and say, like, we need more, please hurry up with that story, and like being rushed by like the anime like adaptation as well. And this is the problem that fucking Bleach had, the same thing as well that like Naruto had. I'm sure even Oda gets that a couple of times as well, where it's like then the fucking Toei's knocking on the doors and it's like, can we please, you know, hurry up with some of this material or something, we need to filler and stuff, and I can't help but have like 110%, because Gintama's the only series I know where it's like, we are just gonna full out stop airing the anime. We don't give a fuck. We're stopping it. We caught up to material, and even the fact where it's like, they need something to fill in that slot, the fact that they're gonna rerun with episodes like that, where they've done that before, I can't help but honestly has so much screaming like respect there. And the manga as well, I want to talk about the manga in the same like way, whereas I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but one thing I would like to say about the manga is where I got a lot of feels and where I stopped talking about the manga for a while with my chapter reviews. I legit got mad feels with some of the stuff they were doing, and the fact that they are bringing this huge amount of all these years, like, it's been like over 10 years that this manga's been going on, and the fact is that, you know, we've just been going on and on and on and on throughout, like, all this material. Like, I've honestly been getting very emotional throughout all of it, because it's just all throughout all of those years and all that, like, with like all throughout the 60 plus volumes that we've had, they're bringing back near every single character from every single arc. And although it's been dragging the pacing down a little bit, I will think where it's like, okay, that character or that one is coming back, and that's cool, we're getting a storyline that it honestly feels like with what's happening with the manga right now, Sorachi is being begged by Jump, where it's like, please don't end it. Just do this, do that. And honestly, it's still good. I don't want people like say that, oh yeah, that's a little bit, and it's all. That's what happens when you caught up with something weekly. Sometimes you're like, oh, I want to see Utsuro. It's the same thing. I want to see Utsuro. It's been way too long since we've seen him. I need to see something about him. But I have to wait impatiently for it, and it's the same thing. I'm not going to rush Sorachi. As much as I want to see the Utsuro, I want to see the final battle, I'm not going to rush it, and there's still jokes going around, and it's still fucking hilarious, and I wanted to at least do this video since I haven't talked about it in so long, and I wanted to do something about it, and just, I love the series so much, and I have a lot of respect, and now that I caught up to it, and it feels weird for me catching up with Gintama again like that, I still have the same love and respect I've had for it throughout all these years and all that, and I just can't help but just love Gintama every time it does stuff like this, and what they're planning on doing. Although they will as well, I think with the reruns, they're going to be having some stuff as well about the upcoming live action as well, so they're kind of working around it very cleverly, where it's like, you're still going to have Gintama material coming out, just the way that, you know, like, oh, it's not going to be in the main anime, so I kind of have respect that, but I'm curious to see what you guys and all that, like, think about this, like, the fact that Gintama is kind of technically going into hiatus for a little bit with the anime, just so they can have reruns, so they can prepare for it. I'm wondering to see how long the reruns are going to last, whether or not they're going to actually stop for a while, and maybe come back at the end of the season to do it, but the fact is that Sorachi did confirm that this arc is going to end this year, so honestly, we could have another 20 plus chapters to maybe 30 plus and all that, depending how long he wants to go on for, but even still, and all that, it's going to hurt when I hear Gintama is going to be ending, but still, I had a lot of respect. I wanted to do this catch-up video. Let me know what you guys think about what you thought about the Kami and Toki fight. What did you think about that fucking epicness and all that? I fucking love that fight and all that. And as well, with the shit to come as well. I cannot wait and all that for them to be doing that material, but let me know what you guys' full thoughts and all that. All from me. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys, though, next time.